He was punished for a crime that was never committed. His brothers hated him simply because his father loved him more than them. They took him and instead of killing him, they decided to put him in a well. And subhanallah, Allah saved him in a miraculous way that some travelers took him and instead of returning him to his family, they decided to sell him in the slave market. The son of the prophet, who was a son of a prophet, who was a son of another prophet, someone who came from such a noble family and from such a great household is now enslaved, and he's taken to a new household to become a servant, to start like cleaning and washing and doing what the servants normally do. And he grew up in this environment, but he always remembered that he came from that family and he had to behave accordingly. He always remembered Allah Azza wa Jal and he remembered his forefathers. But subhanallah, Allah Azza wa Jal put him in another trial. He was seduced by something that normally is very difficult for a man of his age to resist. But Allah protected him. And again, similar thing happened to him and he was accused of a crime that was never committed, and even after they were certain about his innocence, they decided to imprison him. Several years in prison, and he had to observe what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described al-ihsan. Because even the prisoners, those criminals who were in the prison with him, they said, "Inna naraka min al-muhsinin." We can see you one of those who have ihsan, excellence. He was different to them, that he was surrounded by that evil environment inside the prison, but he was a different person. It was very obvious to everyone that this man is not here, one of us. So they approached him for something so private to them. And Allah Azza wa Jal, after several years, saved him, not to go back to his family, but now to go to a very senior position in the country, to become one of the leaders of the country. That's amazing. Someone came from the depth of the well to become a servant, and after that to go to the prison for several years, and now he is in a very high authority. Years have passed, and he was surprised, and Allah always surprises us. He was surprised by his brothers, the very people who put him in the well, and he had to go through what he had to go through because of them. They're coming now one after the other, one time after the other, in order to beg him, basically, because they didn't have food to survive. And at the end, he had to uncover himself to them. He had to inform them that I am Yusuf. I am the one you hated so much. I am the one you attempted to kill. I am the one you abandoned in the well. Allah has protected me. This is my brother. We're here in front of you after all these years. Of course that they were so ashamed of themselves. They felt the guilt and they wanted to apologize. They even didn't have suitable words to apologize after all of this. But he had to stop them. There is no need to apologize. But he explained to them why Allah saved him in this way. The reason for him to come all that way, through all these years, to be on that throne. He said, إِنَّهُ مَن يَتَّقِ وَيَصْبِرْ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُضِيعُ أَجْرَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. The one who has taqwa, the one who is always conscious of Allah, the one who knows at all times Allah is observing him, the one who guards Allah's commandments wherever and whenever he is, and the one who has sabr as well, the one who controls himself, controls his reactions and his emotions at all times, whether it's a time of difficulty or a time of ease. This is the reward, because Allah never wastes the reward of those who do excellence. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the ability to have the correct taqwa and to give us the ability to have the beautiful patience. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.